Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Finance Friday. Today we are going to do a mid-year goals check-in because it is July, which means we are 6 months into this year. So let's go ahead and check in to my goals. I am sitting on the couch today because I have my newest little member here of our family, Misty. Hi, come here baby girl. You wanna say hi? She's just sitting here with me, so she's gonna be my coworker today while we film this video. And we're getting comfy with our man's best friend and with our spreadsheets. So, if you are new here, hi, my name is Brooke, and on my channel, I do personal finance videos every week. So, if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe. I would love to have you over here. So, let's go through my mid year goal check in. Okay, so first of all, I broke down my goals into 3 buckets. The first one is my investing goals. Investing goals I kept simple. We want to max out both of our Roth IRAs. So, my husband and I have individual Roth IRA accounts and we put into them each month. And the goal is to max them out by the end of the calendar year. And so the total in 2026 is $7,500, which equals $625 a month. So at the end of June, if we look, we were able to set aside the $625 each to our Roth IRAs, which means that we are 50% towards our goal, which is exactly where we need to be because we are 50% of the way through the year. And so in total, we have invested $7,500 this year, which is so crazy because we have done a lot else with our money as well. So I'm very happy that we were still able to set aside this money into our Roth IRAs. Our next goals are around our debt, and the only debts that we had coming into 2026 was my husband's student loans. And my goal was to pay off student loan number 1 and student loan number 2 by the end of the year because they had pretty low balances, as you can see. And for student loan number 4, the goal was just to go ahead and pay the minimums plus a little bit to cover daily accrued interest. So in June, though, we were actually able to completely pay off all of the student loans, which meant that we set aside $3,400 to student loan number 1, and in total, we sent $3,800 to this because we lose a little bit to interest and stuff like that. So remaining was over $45. So we completely paid this off. Student loan number 2, we paid $1,097 to it in June, which means total this year we sent $1,531 to this loan, and we were $11 over my original goal. And then finally, student loan number 4 was the one that had the biggest balance left. And in total, we sent $16,367 to this loan. And we sent over $13,000 more than I originally planned, but that means we paid it off. So in total, my goal was to originally pay $8,470 towards debt, and we actually sent $21,699 to debt, and that is because we were able to use the proceeds from our house sale to go ahead and completely pay them off. So we are now completely debt free except for our mortgage, and that is such an exciting milestone to reach. Finally, we have our long-term savings goals. And here we have our house fund, which originally we were going to just plan on saving up for a new house. We weren't planning on moving, but we ended up moving. And so originally we were going to set aside $37,800. And in June, we didn't set aside anything because we have already moved into our new house, so we don't need to do this anymore. And so in total, we actually just sent $10,979 to this. Of course, a lot of this money we did put towards the down payment and the closing costs, and we put even more on top of that. So this goal is kind of irrelevant now, but I just wanted to keep tracking it because I wanted to show you what we had planned in January of this year. For our health and wellness, our goal here was $840. And the reason why is because we have high deductible healthcare plans. So my goal is to have the amount of our deductibles in our savings account, which is for both of us $6,000. And with that, we can cash flow our health and wellness things that we need to pay for so that we can invest our HSA dollars our health savings accounts. And that has been really nice because then we can take that money out tax free for qualified medical expenses, and we can allow it to grow tax free by being invested in the stock market. So that's what we're doing right now with it, and just paying things out of pocket as we need to. And so in June, we went ahead and put $120 towards this. We put more towards it in June because we have been spending a little bit out of it, going to our PCPs and doing all that stuff. And so we put a little bit more to this, and we are a little bit behind. We are 47.62% of the way to our goal. But in the last 6 months of the year, we're going to be setting aside more. So we will probably go over this goal, but that just means we have been spending out of it and we're needing to replenish it to get to that 6K mark. So that is looking good. And then the final goal is a new goal that I have added. Once we went ahead and bought our new house, we decided that our next goal is to set aside money to get my husband a new car. His car is a 2013, so it still has a good amount of life left, but we want to be prepared for when that day inevitably comes that we need to replace his car. And so our goal is to put aside $11,000 to his car for the rest of the year. And in June, we started on that by putting aside $600. So, we are 5.5% of the way to our goal, but we have a lot of money that we are going to be setting aside from the sale of our house to go into this, as well as setting aside money each month to go into this goal. So I think we are more than capable of reaching this goal by the end of the year. And in total, that means our total savings goal is $49,640. A lot of this, again, was our house savings. So this number is going to be off by the end of the year. But really, I care more about these two pie charts of getting our health and wellness to 100% and our new car goal to 100%. But in total, we have saved $11,979 this year, which on top of the investing of $7,500 and paying off the debt of $21,000, I think we are doing pretty good on our goals, and I'm very excited to see how the next 6 months go. So thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, please comment down below, what have your goals been, and have you done a mid-year check-in yet to see how you are progressing on those? I would love to hear all of that down in the comments below. And as always, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.